more or less in a vicious circle. Vicious circle which can be explained in that way. Because we have a high rate of unemployment, we have to give more to social assistance. And because of that, we have less money for investment, and therefore we have more unemployed. But this government wants to break that vicious circles. And that's why we are looking, and we have decided for projects like the James Bay project.
Bobby Seal Hunter still hunts, fishes, and traps just as he's always done, but so much else in his life has changed. The James Bay Agreement gave Northern Quebec's native people schools, hospitals, $225 million, plus hunting and fishing rights on certain parcels of land. In return, they gave up all claim to the north, a huge landmass larger than the province of Ontario. The effect of the James Bay Agreement has been enormous. It is the key historic event in the economic and social development of northern Quebec. It is said that there have been more changes here in the last 10 years than in the previous 100. 6 years ago, the Cree moved to a brand new town just a few kilometers away. It's called Chisasibi, and the contrast is striking. Here there's good housing, an arena, a modern hospital, and like so many northern towns, a new school.
Well, I'm proud of the fact that when the Cree School Board was created in 1978, we only had 4 students in post-secondary education. This year in 1985, this September, we have 179 students.
About a third of the native population has always been against the agreement.
Families were splitting up over that. There were even physical confrontations.
One of the tremendous effects, negative effects of the James Bay Agreement, the rapid proliferation of the bureaucracies of services, of programs, the large influx of money, is that people no longer need each other.
I'm not sure if my people are ready. I've seen in this week alone 2 young people. One burned his face from glue sniffing, and the other burned almost a house down from again, not from glue sniffing, from gas sniffing.
Well, I think the investment we're making in this film is crucial because in Canada there's a history of representing Canada's First Nations people in a very controversial light. In fact, I'm writing my dissertation on that right now, and I think over the years the CBC and the other networks have portrayed a very one-dimensional portrait of Canada's Native people, and I think the James Bay story and the James Bay Agreement and the hydro developments in the area tell a fascinating and uplifting story of how a small group of people can stand up to the worldly forces of capitalism, of a thirst and demand for hydropower, and they can do so in a way that empowers them to pursue their culture. The Cree people that we're visiting are directly linked to my ancestry. I'm a descendant of a British explorer and a Cree family. So this is an emotional, passionate visit for me, one that I've been wanting to make my whole life. And I can't wait to get into the community and meet the people and learn more about the Cree way of life, because I've read a lot about it, I've watched a lot about it. But from speaking to some of the leaders now, they say they have a problem with how they've been represented. So I want to get into that community and find the true Cree lifestyle, the true Cree message, and the true Cree voice. And that's what I'm going there to hear.
Twice I turned my back on you. I fell flat on my face, but